Hello, my name is Trecee Southward. I'm 48 years old, and today you'll get to know me. Currently, I have three jobs. One is a calling. I pastor a church. I've pastored at Mount Moriah United Methodist Church for 2 years. I'm approaching my third year, and that is the first and most important thing that I do. The second thing that I do is I sell cars at Crossroads Automotive. I've been there since 2018. Car sales is an interesting job. I enjoy it. And if you know, car buying is easy when you buy with Trecee. And I also have a small business, everything events and entertainment. And we rent everything 360 photo booths, jumpers, throne chairs, um, table settings, anything that you really would need for a party. We have it. We have DJ services. It's just unlimited. Everything you need. I have two children. One is 30, one is 28. Both are boys. Currently, I don't own any pets. At 48 years old, you find yourself becoming a little more disciplined. So I don't really just have a lot of things that I do. I don't have a lot of friends. I just enjoy spending time with my close friends and family, whatever we're doing. My biggest strength is that I love. I love everybody, and I try to love on people, and I try to give people things that they may not get from other people. I'm a hugger. I just love people. Biggest weakness is that I love. A lot of the times I find myself in situations where I'm loving on people who don't understand or can't comprehend love. They don't understand that love is a choice, not necessarily an emotion. And so it's like they can't receive what I give, and it's hurtful to me. Three words that I would use to describe myself. Well, one would be go getter, because I'm going to go get it. I don't know how, I don't know, where it's coming from sometimes, but if it's something that needs to be done, then I'm going to make sure that it gets done. And I know that God's going to take care of me. I have crazy faith, so I would say definitely I'm a person of faith. I know there's so many times that when I'm trying to figure out how to get it done, God just comes through for me, and he does it. So I'm a Christian. That would be the word. And the third word that I would use is that I'm a mother. I'm very motherly. I love on people. I try to help, and I try to do things, and I'm a nurturer. So I would say those are three ways that I could describe myself. Okay, so introvert or extrovert, I would say that I am very extroverted. However, at 48 years old, I'm starting to become a little more introverted because I'm becoming a little more guarded. I am a salty person. I love salt. So, favorite food to snack on would probably be some type of potato chip. No specific one, just a potato chip. I like them all. So I would say like my favorite fast food restaurant would probably be Zaxby's. I eat there most. I can get full for cheap. They have great food. Their sweet tea isn't the best, but their chicken strips and fries are definitely the best. One of my favorite hobbies is hanging out with my parents. They're older and they are hilarious. So I like going out there and watching them watch the game. I'm not really a game watcher, especially basketball, but I like going out there. They love all sports: baseball, football, basketball. So I enjoy going out there watching them watch the games. My favorite soft drink is a Pepsi. I love Pepsi. It's better than any other soft drink on the planet. And if anybody gets in the comments on anything that I've said and said that, I will find you and make you drink a Pepsi because you obviously haven't tasted one. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I don't know that I have a favorite TV show because, again, I don't watch a lot of TV. When I do, most of the times I watch like those mystery shows, First 48, stuff like that, crime shows. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I'm a reader. Favorite movie of all time? Oh man, that's pretty tough. I would say it is a strong, strong, strong tie for first. It would be either Life or Friday After Next. One of the two. They are hilarious. Um, or maybe even Big Mama's House, the first one. But comedy, some kind of comedy. Best ice cream ever, I would say would be butter pecan. That is my ice cream. I used to think that was old people ice cream, but now I'm 48 and I love it. I don't eat a lot of sweets, so I don't really have a favorite candy. But if I were to get a candy bar, I'd probably get like a Payday or something. The only way to eat a steak is medium. I like it medium. I like it a little pink. I like to see pink juices on my plate. I don't want it overcooked. I don't want to have to keep chewing to try to get through it. I like it to where it's medium. Favorite sports team? Oh my goodness, Kansas City Chiefs. Oh my goodness. And I am not a bandwagoner. I've been with Kansas City since Priest Holmes and Dante Hall were playing ball there. So back in the early 2000s, I've been riding with the Chiefs I was riding with the Chiefs when they were losing. So Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm not necessarily Patrick Mahomes fan, but I am a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Die hard. Favorite board game? My son, who does these podcasts, is like phenomenal at bringing board games for the holiday. The last time we played one where you have 3 seconds or 5 seconds to switch it over, I think is 5 second rule. That would probably be my favorite board game. Okay, I pastor a church, so my favorite genre of music I should probably say Christian, but I will say that I do listen to a lot of R&B from the 90s, a lot of things that I listened to when I was growing up. I do listen to rap still, but that was before it was shoot 'em up bang bang. That was back when it was rapping about real life. But I would say I listen to a lot of contemporary Christian and gospel music, as well as R&B. My favorite musical artist, I would have to say that is probably going to be Music Soul Child. A lot of people don't, he doesn't just have 100 hits or whatever, but his voice is very soothing. His songs are relatable to me, and I like his voice. 3 things I can't live without. And I guess this would be, okay, I would say I don't know, I don't think there's anything that I just can't live without. We come here by ourselves and we leave here by ourselves. And one thing for sure, we might be here today, but we might not be here tomorrow. So I'm pretty light with what I carry, that I say I just have to have. I love my family, but as far as things that I carry with me every day, I would say I would have to have my phone, which is my communication. It also gives me scripture. It does all of that. I would say if I'm at home, I would need my Alexa, because my Alexa does everything for me. She even prays with me. Your Alexa will recite the Lord's Prayer. So if you have one and you don't want to pray, get her to pray for you and just say amen when it's done. Yeah, that's a cheat. And then the third thing that I just can't do without, I would say, would be Strawberry tea from McAllister's. I know that's kind of weird, but that strawberry tea, man, it'll make you slap your mama and somebody else's too. Best place that I've ever worked, I would have to say, is Crossroads Chevrolet. And it is, my son is laughing because he thinks that I'm just saying that because I work there. But the real is, my supervisor is like very realistic, and you can relate to him, and I like relatable people. Now, every day is not a good day. Some days, I go and I'm a little upset, or I come home and I'm thinking I'm upset, but I know in my heart that that's where God has placed me for right now. And so I would say that's probably the best place I've ever worked. And of course, I love pastoring a church. So right now I'm in a good spot with everything that I'm doing and everything entertainment. So the worst place I've ever worked, I would have to say, is Boys and Girls Club. Not because of the ministry that the staff does, but because of the way that is set up, the hierarchy of the setup. I will never work for another board again. And I just think that, it's too many people involved when you're working with the board. So I just think that made it a miserable work environment for me. I love the kids. I love the mission. I loved what the Boys and Girls Club stands for. But I would say that was probably the worst place I've ever worked. In 5 years, I see myself retired. I see myself spending time with my grandchildren. I see myself having daughters-in-law. I see myself laid back and enjoying life, watching the fruit of the generations come forward. Hands down, top of my bucket list is to go to Michigan and see Eric Mays in the doggone city council meetings. I know that sounds a little weird as far as a bucket list thing, but I mean, he's giving people the business. So I would love to go and just watch him and maybe meet him and tell him to calm down. An item that I don't own that I wish that I could own, I'm kind of lost. I God is sufficient. All of my needs are met, and I can't really think of anything that I just want right now. I'm not a materialistic person, so I don't think I can answer that question. I don't have anything. What is something that I'm addicted to buying? I would say definitely strawberry teas from McAllister's, and that is a $4 a pop habit. It's ridiculous. But the bigger thing I would say would be designer bags. I love me a good Brahmin and a good Dooney and Burke, or I like a name brand bag that's durable, that'll last. Marc Jacobs, not real big on that because there are too many fake ones floating around. And I don't want anybody to think my bag is fake. I know that probably doesn't matter, but I want a quality bag. My biggest fear is that I have done something in my past that is harmful to the growth of my children. Meaning, when you're young and you've got kids, your kids are watching you. And maybe somebody younger that might be watching this podcast or whatever, this might be something for you to think about. But, what you do now will affect your children tomorrow. So you want to create, and you want your children to be the best possible humans that they can be. So my biggest fear is that maybe, there's something that I've done that's hindering my children from doing something, or there's something that I didn't do that could possibly cause them to be held back. They're going to persevere regardless, but I don't want them to slow up because of something that I've done. A lot of people like crowds. A lot of people like attention. A lot of people like Chick-fil-A. I don't like any of those things. And I had to throw Chick-fil-A in there simply because that's TJ's place and he loves it. I don't even like their milkshakes. I just don't, I'm not a fan. I don't like those things. And I'll tell you what else I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of all that baby hair on those wigs. I don't like that. It's a little much. All expense paid vacation. I would want to go to um, a sandals resort. There's a sandals resort right off of Hawaii that has, it's an island, and it has glass floors so you can see the fish swimming under your feet. That's if I could go all expenses paid, that would be the trip that I want to go to. I can't think of the name of the place, Saint something, but anyway, it's Sandals Resort. It is a Sandals Resort, and that's where I would want to go. Okay, so my biggest hero would be a two-part hero, and it would be my parents. I watched them. My parents have been married 50 years, and I know that there are some days that they wake up and they probably don't like each other. But they were able to take that vow and hold on to it and to make it work. And people don't do that anymore. And I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love. I love I love couples. And as a little weird boy that's been stalking me says, I want to be a couple. But I love relationships, and I think that they should last. And I just admire the fact that my parents have hung in there for 50 years. And and now that they're older and you go over there, I watch them work together to make things happen. Where it might have taken one person a while ago, I see them working together to make sure that all of their needs are taken care of within the house. And I just admire that. And they've done a lot for me and my sister and my children. I just think that I'm blessed to have them. I like to spend my free time doing absolutely nothing. I like to lay around. I'm a lounger. Um, I live by myself, so I don't really make a big mess. I don't really cook very often, so my kitchen's not really dirty. I dust a little, and then I like to lay down. I kind of lay down. Okay, so my purpose in life is to share the good news. That is my purpose. Um, I work at Crossroads Chevrolet, and I sell cars to make money. However, many days I might not sell a car. And on those days that I don't sell a car, I'm always blessed that I've run across somebody that I can either share something with, or they share something with me. And so I think that my purpose for sure is to share my testimony, because there are things that I've been through that, somebody might hear something along with my story, and it may change something along the way with them. Well, one thing that people may or may not know about me is that I truly don't care what anybody thinks. Um, my sisters, my mom, my close friends, my son's godmother, a lot of people tell me, Trecee, you should think about that. Trecee, you should reconsider that. But if it's something that I want to do, I'm going to do it. Because I feel like the only person that really matters, the only opinion that really matters is the Lord. And so I'm one of these people that I really don't care. I mean, really don't care. I don't get upset when people talk about me. I don't confront them. I don't care. So I just don't care. One thing that I would like to tell my haters is keep on hating, because the more I look at you and I see you talking about me, the more I look at you and I see you trying to come against me, I just sit back and be quiet, because I know that the Lord is going to catapult me past you. And when he does, I'm going to wave at you and big smile and tell you, you better be careful and touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. That is the word of God. This is Trecee Southward. And thank you for taking this moment to get to know me on the Realest Living podcast.